Hello and welcome back to another episode of White Album 2. We are currently playing through CODA. And after an almost realization from Haruki, like, hey, maybe this is bad for Kazusa, maybe I'm just causing her pain. Haruki's like, oh well, it's fine, and proceeded to embrace her. And he was so close. He was so close to realizing how much pain he's causing, and then he's like, it's fine. So, let's continue from here. I'm sure the people living in the neighborhood can hear her. Despite the fact that Kazusa was afraid of being seen by someone earlier, she's completely open about having her feelings heard by anyone right now.
そんなに私のことが嫌いか? こんな痛い女はお断りなのか? 春樹。
そんなこと一言も言ってないだろ。
You did though.
だよな。だってお前待ってただろ。実は私のこと駅でずっと待ってたんだろ。
待ってないよ。
Don't lie. Don't continue lying. She called you out on your lie. It's over.
嘘つくな。だって春樹の手こんなにも冷たいじゃないか。ずっと外に駅前にいたんじゃないか。
待ってないって。
With my hands still around her shoulders, I can feel Kazusa's hand on top of mine. Kazusa rests her cheeks upon the space between our touching hands. Kazusa's palm is warm, but her cheek is as cold as my hand. That's why I desperately hold down my other arm and avoid embracing Kazusa with both arms. I can't say anything yet. I can't allow her to realize it. My true feelings and Yoko-san's true feelings. At least, I can't until the concert is over. That was what I promised her. Sneaky, sneaky.
白血病なんだってさ。
Oh no. And there it is. Yoko-san is ill. I can't sleep. The second hand of the clock has spun around countless times as I've been staring at it. Actually, I've been watching the minute hand spin around a few times too, but I still can't fall asleep. Kazusa had already fallen asleep long ago. She was still rather tense, but today she chased me out of the bathroom and ate her food with her own hands. Even after she slipped into bed, she glared at me for a while and spoke to me at length about her additional concert and her plans for when she leaves Japan. Tired from both speaking and her time outside, she defenselessly fell asleep right in front of me with soft breaths. That's why I was finally able to relax today, and thought to myself that I'd finally be able to fall asleep easily. But my memories are getting in the way. Memories of the bombshell dropped on me this late in the game. The words that Yoko-san spoke.
はい。
だから白血病。普通は発酵のヒロインがかかる病気なんだけど、神様も何を勘違いしたのかしらね。
Oh, Yoko. And that's precisely why Haruki was saying you can't put all your reliance on Yoko-san. You can't rely on your mom for everything, because he knows that she is not well. After forcefully tracking down Yoko-san, who would conceal her own whereabouts, I came here to meet her in person to, of course, talk about Kazusa. I wanted to tell her in earnest that I can no longer support Kazusa and ask for her help. And I wanted her to take the responsibility she had forced upon us up until now.
半年前くらいかな。たった2時間のコンサートで体がふらつくようになってきたのよ。
I wanted her to take responsibility. That way, Kazusa would be saved. Yet,
3、4曲目あたりで動悸や息切れが激しくなってきて、終わった後も1時間くらい収まってくれなくてね。
Yoko-san called me to a location I could never have imagined. Hojo University Hospital.
ああ、とうとう来たか、糖尿病って思ってたんだけど。
Honestly, wouldn't be surprised.
普通は誰でもそう思います。親子とももっと節制すべきです。
ギター君は相変わらずだ。私に対してもいっつも偉そうなんだから。
すいません。まだ状況を飲み込めてなくて。
まあ、そうよね。当の本人でさえ受け入れるのに結構時間かかったし。
A 15-minute walk from where I live. Within the Hojo campus, which I commuted to and from for about 7 years, there is a hospital. In a private room of that hospital is where she lies.
向こうの病院で軽く見てもらった時には貧血だって言われたから、それから必死で食べて、ワインも白をやめて赤に変えたしね。
それ色だけじゃ。
それでもやっぱり症状が改善しなくてね。1年前ならオールナイトで弾いても平気だったのに。
Being able to do that in the first place is what is strange. Enough for Kazusa to view her as a hard wall to climb.
それで、これはやばいんじゃないのってことになって、こっちで信用のおける高柳先生に見てもらうことにした。
I know a Takayanagi Norimasa. He was the chief of the medical facility in my university, a faculty in my university.
その手の病気に関しては世界的権威って言われてるし、何よりまあ昔からいろいろとあった間柄だし。
And now, in the strangest way possible, he is yet another candidate for being Kazusa's father.
来日してから何度か検査入院して、だいたい病気の正体もつかめてきて。
入院。
In other words, the reason she disappeared without a trace so many times wasn't so she could catch up with old friends, or spend the whole night drinking.
さてどうしようかって時に結構やばい症状が来ちゃってね。それがカズサのコンサートの夜。
Oh no.
あの日から
2日ほど記憶がないんだけどね。
When Kazusa was overcome with sorrow because she had no one to support her, there was a person who was in even greater need of her daughter's support.
まあ今は大丈夫。週明けには退院できるから。
カズサにはそのこと
言えると思う？今のあの子に。
I was planning on blaming this person. Well, go ahead and try that now that you know the true reasons behind things. Some people do bad things because they have no choice. Some people do bad things because they're greedy, terrible people. I was ready to look down on her and give her a lecture or two. Despite that, I figured out just how little I knew.
もしかしてカズサの来日公演も。
いつかは連れてくるつもりだったけど、急いだのはこのためね。
The reason these concerts in Japan were organized wasn't simply to cash in on her popularity. It wasn't simply the judgment of a producer.
トーマカズサは日本で受け入れられるのか、うちのバカ娘はもう一度日本で暮らせるのか、その両方を確かめたかったの。
She doesn't know if she can be there to experience her daughter's future. And so this was the shock therapy that a mother had devised after carefully thinking about how she would ever convey this news to her daughter.
私が生きてるうちにね。
そんな。
Although everything she's done up until now in that regard has failed horrifically. I can't bring myself to blame this doting parent after knowing about her circumstances.
言っておくけど、すぐ死ぬつもりなんか全然ないわよ。
はい。
最近はだいぶこの病気の致死率も下がってきてるし、薬打ちまくって金使いまくって、少なくとも100までは生き延びるわよ。
100 at the very least. I'm glad she can still joke around about it though.
お願いします。
With her words, I managed to perceive her strength. A strength that makes me think, since it's Touma Youko we're talking about, everything will be fine.
ただね、もうウィーンには戻らない。私はもう日本を離れるつもりはないの。
陽子さん。
But despite that, I can no longer see the once triumphant and carefree pioneer who once abandoned Japan anymore. Also, this throws a huge wrench into Kazusa's plan of run away and return to her peaceful life outside of Japan, cause, well, here we are, and her one lifeline decided she's not gonna leave Japan.
自分の生まれた国ですもの。なんだかんだ言って、世界で一番愛してる国ですもの。
I can't blame her judgment. As a compatriot, I can sympathize with her. And the more I find out about her circumstances, the less I can bring myself to oppose her. But even then...
カズさんは。
どうしよっか。ギター君。
そんな。
She spoke with a hint of humor, but I'm sure there wasn't any falsehood in her lamentful words.
今のカズさんは陽子さんを超えることだけが人生の目標で、なのに陽子さんしか頼れる人がいなくて。
And Kazusa will probably be able to detach herself from any lingering regrets in Japan.
そっか。カズサのこと拒絶したのね、あなた。ねえ、あの子のどこがダメだったの？そりゃピアノ以外に取り柄ないし、暗いしわがままだし、意地っ張りで諦めの悪さはちょっと低レベルだけど。
He has a fiancé! It doesn't matter how compatible you are with another girl. You have a fiancé. That's the reason. That's it. That's enough reason not to go out with another girl.
そういう問題じゃないです。あいつに不満なんかありません。
そんなこと平気で言える人間、世界であなたしかいないから期待してたんだけどな。
We both relied on each other too much.
また負けたか、我が娘は。しかも5年前と同じ相手に。
やめてください。
I thought that this person alone could... I thought she alone could do something about that moody genius's inability to become a part of society. Never once considering that...
こっちとしても賭けだったのよね。私だって一応親なんだし、カズサが独り立ちできるまで一緒にいてやりたいって思ってる。
But I can't blame her for that at all.
けれども、それをウィーンで実現させることはできない。わがままではあるけれど、自分の一生のことだから。
And this is understandable. Her running away from Kazusa the first time, I hate her for it. Her deciding to stay in Japan because she's possibly terminally ill, that I can understand. Because we're both relying on each other for the sake of our own lives.
だからカズサを無理やり日本に連れてきた。永住するために。
If I could accept those words in full earnesty, I would find them joyous from the bottom of my heart.
ピアノの方に限って言えば、今の日本なら、今のカズサなら、もうヨーロッパじゃなくてもやっていける。
Kazusa, who separated from me in such a sorrowful way 5 years ago. Kazusa, who I thought I'd never see again, will be within a reachable distance every day from now on.
もともとフリューゲルのじいさんは今年で引退だし、次の師匠も日本で見つけてある。橋本健二っていう若手ナンバーワンピアニストを育てたフランス人のおばちゃんでね。まあ昔は男取り合ってよく大喧嘩したけど。
During our commemorations, or even whenever I feel like it, I can call Kazusa to join our gatherings. Yeah, and you don't think for like 2 seconds that would cause her immeasurable pain? You're like, oh yeah, like me and Setsuna are going out. We could call Kazusa and she can look at us be lovey-dovey all day. Like, he does not think, he doesn't have an extra brain cell in his body to consider somebody else's feelings.
だからあとはカズサが再びここで暮らせるか、それだけが一番の心配事だった。
We can restore the 3, consisting of Kazusa, me, and Setsuna.
でも結局ダメだったみたいね。カズサを吹っ切れさせることも、カズサの思いを遂げさせることも。
We can go back to being 3 again. But that won't be the same 3 who swore eternal friendship 5 years ago in the hot springs inn. It will be a 3 where no one can consider the others as friends.
あなたこそがカズサを日本に戻すための最後の希望で、そして最大のネックだった。
俺にそんなこと言われても、いきなりそんなこと言われても。
あの子の気持ち聞いたんでしょ。それで受け入れなかったのよね。
受け入れられると思いますか。5年間音信不通だったんですよ。どうやって信じろって言うんです。
ずっと一緒にいた私が保証しましょうか。あの子が5年間どれだけ色ぼけてたか。会えもしないたった一人の男相手に。
別にそんな。
あの子は毎日10時間あなたと会話してたのよ。だから思いが色あせることなんかあるはずなかった。
Aww, expressing her feelings through music.
10時間
That's the time Kazusa spent with her piano. The time when she wasn't rebelling against her mother, and the time when she wasn't hurling abuse at me.
そうやってずっと冷めない恋をしてたから、あの子のピアノはどんどん色っぽくなってって、いつの間にか世界に認められるようになっちゃって。
そんな。
カズサの告白聞いたんでしょ。なら今さら信じられないなんていうのはなしよ。
It's because her sensibilities are so infantile. It's because her outlook is so narrow. It's because she had no interest in anything else that Kazusa's piano outshone others so much. It really is a mockery of art.
でもね、相手が悪かった。カズサにとってあまりに高嶺の花だった。
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's laughable. Haruki is not out of Kazusa's league. It is very much the other way around.
俺が高嶺の花？どうして？
だってギター君普通の人だもの。そんなハードルの高い相手、やっぱりあの子には無理だったのよ。
意味がわかりません。
だって私たちは普通の人の人生を壊す力を持ってしまっている。しかもそれを抑えることができないの。だからもしもあの子があなたを手に入れようとしたら、あなたの周囲の世界ごとぶち壊すことになる。
It didn't have to be that way. It didn't have to be that way. All Haruki would have to say is, Setsuna, I'm sorry, I'm leaving you, I don't feel the same way, and then be with Kazusa, and nothing would be forever flippin' broken. But yeah, and now at this point, the way Haruki's going about it, the whole world's just gonna come crashing down. Her lifestyle of playing concerts makes it impossible to remain in just Japan. The enormous cost of maintaining her ability and lifestyle. The media commotion these past few days that not even she herself desires. Her lifestyle, her life goals, and even her standards for happiness are completely different from me. She lives in a world I'll never be a part of and never be accustomed to.
それは別のある人にとってはとても残酷で無情で本当にひどいこと。
Even if I jumped into it with full awareness of the risks, what about the people who were around me when I lived an ordinary life? What about Setsuna's happiness? Pisses me off that this is the first time he's asking himself that, because literally, what the past few weeks, when has he thought about it? When it's been like, what about Setsuna's happiness? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no point thinking about it after all. What a jerk. What an absolute jerk. Kazusa didn't fall in love with the true me. It's no more than an idealized image of me that Kazusa invented. After all, Setsuna was made to walk around in circles because of the real me these past 5 years. She suffered due to the difference in ideal and reality, and only through repeated dialogue did we manage to get to this point. That's why Setsuna's feelings, our relationship established through long talks, is the actual truth.
Yoko-san,
and he does have a point. Like, someone who you're in love with and you get to be in love with for a long period of time, get to know the true essences of each other, that is a very, very deep love. And someone you might meet and superficially think you love, it's gonna be a lot shallower love. I'm not saying that's Kazusa, because I think they do have a pretty deep connection, but what he says does have a point. No matter how much Yoko-san tries to defend Kazusa, and no matter how pure and genuine Kazusa's feelings are, no, that's precisely why the answer is clear before my eyes. Choosing Setsuna is the correct answer, one that is totally free from mistakes. That's why I have to tell her. I must tell her that Setsuna is the only one I have. I must tell her without muddling my words that I must say farewell to Kazusa.
だからね、ギター君。こうなってしまった以上、あなたはあの子を思いっきり振ってあげて。せめて少しでも傷の治りが早くなるようにスパッと切り捨ててあげて。
That's the thing. You can't remain your happy little trio like you want to. You have to cut her off so she can heal by herself. And she's not going to heal hanging out and being buddy-buddy with you guys. I knew that much, but even so, I failed again.
絶対に自分で傷を癒そうなんて考えないこと。あなたが少しでも隙を見せたら、あの子は絶対に諦めないわよ。
In the end, I could never say out loud what I had determined in my heart.
そ
んなことあるわけないって思う？それこそ普通の人の感覚ね。
Because of that, my position returns to its original state, and I find myself once again defending Kazusa.
カズサはね、本質的には私と同じ式状況なの。一般人並みの理性なんて持ち合わせてないの。
Okay, Yoko, that's something we didn't really need to know.
Yoko-san.
I find myself put in a difficult situation yet again by Yoko-san.
でなければ5年も会わずにいた男をひたすら思い続けるわけがない。あなたの常識にそういう女はいるかしら。だからこれからも忘れない。下手をしたら、いえ、今のままじゃ確実に 一生新しい恋なんてできるわけがない。
そんな俺なんてほんの1年間クラスメートだっただけであいつにそんな思われることしたわけじゃ。
それを決めるのはあなたじゃなくてカズサよね。
True. Again, we can't determine our own value to other people. Why do mother and daughter always have to say the same things? It makes it sound like what Yoko-san is telling me is all what Kazusa truly feels.
もう一度言うわよ、北原春樹君。
But Yoko-san.
あなたがあの子を受け入れられないのなら今すぐあの子を捨てて。それがあの子のためなんだから。
If I do that, then what? What will happen to Kazusa? If she becomes unable to rely on not only me, but Yoko-san too. If her goal, her only guidepost, disappears like a mirage, who will be able to protect her?
Kitahara sanってば。
Oh, Takahiro. Oh my god, it's been so long.
ごめん。何？
I love this family. They're so cute. I love the mom and dad wearing white sweaters.
なんか疲れてるみたいだねって言ったんだけど、もう答えは聞いたような気がするからいいや。
I was absorbed in my thoughts, and when I came to, night had already fallen. I was thinking about Yoko-san, Kazusa, and the promise we made tonight. So many thoughts were chaotically mixed up in my mind, and I went to Kazusa's apartment without sorting any of them out. That's when I saw a piece of paper taped to her door. I'm in a meeting with Miyoko. I don't need dinner. After relentlessly gushing out her feelings at me, she acts all considerate when I really do need her. What a misguided, weak-hearted girl.
あまり箸も進んでないみたいだし、もしかしたら具合が悪いんじゃない？せつな、ちょっとあれ持ってきて、あれ。
あれじゃなくて、体温計ってちゃんと言ってよ。
Setsuna's adorable.
ああ、いえ。気遣っていただかなくてもいいです。別にそんな大したことじゃ。
Just a typical overworked Japanese man is probably what they're assuming.
もしかしてゆうべ姉ちゃんが寝かせてくれなかった？
Takahiro, do not talk that way about your sister. That's weird.
高弘？
The food I had trouble swallowing up until a moment ago is now completely stuck in my throat.
この子はもう20歳になろうってのに、まるで中学生みたいなことに興味持って。
Oh my god, little Takahiro's almost 20. Can you imagine? That's so crazy. I love Takahiro.
よさないか。食事中だぞ。
Yeah, you can only talk about that kind of stuff after dessert.
なんで食事中にふさわしくない話だってわかるのさ。夜中中ずっとゲームに付き合わされてたのって、そういうこと聞こうとしてたかもしんないじゃん、俺。
Drop it, Takahiro. Time to drop it.
しかも言い逃れまで中学生みたい。そんなんで彼女に逃げられても知らないわよ。
ちょっと待ってくれよ。家に10回くらい連れてきただけで彼女かよ。
Okay. Somebody's been talking to Takeya too much.
紛れもなく彼女でしょ？
全然そういうことじゃないですから。ただちょっと考え事してただけで。
Leaving aside what nothing like that is referring to, this family talks about things like that sometimes without any discretion, and it always leaves me baffled. Well, on the other hand, it's precisely because this family is the way that it is that I can manage to stay in Setsuna's room overnight all the time.
考え事ねえ。将来のこととか？
将来？
おい。
Setsuna's dad is so sensitive.
ちょっと高弘、それは。
何言ってんだよ。さっきからみんな聞きたくてうずうずしてるくせに。
何を？
He's so mad. He's so mad. God, if I was that dad, I'd just be like, get out of my house. Leave. You're so bad. He doesn't know, but I know. Setsuna and I look at each other in confusion in an attempt to see if the other understands what's going on, but the effort is in vain. Because out of the entire Ogiso family, who had all gone completely silent, Setsuna was the one who looked the most embarrassed, hanging her head.
さ、北原さん、もしかしてさ、姉ちゃんにプロポーズした？
Oh god, this is like the worst. This is the worst. It's not the worst, but it's the worst. Because honestly, they're not blind. They can see that Setsuna's wearing a ring, and they're all awkwardly tiptoeing around the subject, and Haruki flippin' forgot because he's an idiot. What a fun family conversation. Okay, we're definitely gonna leave off there. So, thanks so much for being here with me on this episode of CODA, and I'll be back with more content shortly. So until then, hope you take care. See you!